Meow, meow, meow. Come on, boys. Meow, meow. I've just got to clean this. Just clean this up a little bit. Yeah. Ooh. And you want some fresh water in that dog? Yeah, you want some fresh water? Yeah, you want some fresh water? Hold on, I'll go vacuum that first and then clean it. Yeah, busy, isn't it? Busy, busy, let's get busy. Did that come unplugged? Izzy Wizzy, let's get busy. All right, come on. All right, there you go. There you go, boys. Okay, fresh water. No, that's Magic's. That's Magic's. Yeah. There you go, boys. Good boys. That doesn't take long. That's easy. Oh, I'll put this water over there. Oh. Let's put that there. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. So, come on. Got a little flashing light on the CP processor. Probably I've got a little open circuit probably on the cat board. So it's like that. It's kind of like a poly 13, isn't it? You got that indicator blinking. And you got the sound going ee 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 ee. And then got a master alarm. So just power that down. And open up the panel. Oh, it's down here, isn't it? There it is. Take the bus logic card out. Oh yeah, I've got to attach that back onto the. So it's probably got a little, probably where the circuit track, soldering iron lifted the circuit tracks. They're very fragile. So I've got to make a bridge. Magic. No, Magic. Oh, come on, sweet. Come around this way. Come around this way. No, around this way, sweetie. Okay. Oh, I need the other glasses. Oops. Compass. Back puss. I'm going to use a little bit of wire. I think that'd be good enough. I think that'd do it. Bit of heat shrink. So I need some heat shrink. Thing is, which card is it? Hey, stop fighting, bear. Come on. I don't think it's this one. It must be the other card. So I've got to check. Yeah, it could be that one there. Could be that one there. So as I'm looking at it on this side, what's that there? See something there. Is that a hair? I don't think a hair would do anything, but it looks like a black hair. Maybe magic. Oh, it's not there now. Okay. Yeah, I see it. I see it. Could be this one here. It's not properly connected. It's probably not actually got a good soldage onto it, because there was just a little bit of tiny of the circuit track there that was still partly coupled with the copper wire that's going on onto the circuit board. But I'll do the cat leather. I love cat leather. Cat leather, cat leather, cat leather. Come on, Bear. Come on, Bear. Clean the cat leather. Doesn't this work? Yeah, it's probably not making a closed circuit there. It might be slightly open circuit between where that IC is on this side, on the bloody, what's that there? Got white hair stuck in there. That couldn't cause a short circuit. Not a white hair. Not a hair. And again, you never know. Just check, see if there's any hairs or such or whatever or salt. But oh, that's it. Just drop it. Must be getting epilepsy. It's okay. It's intact. I could throw that at the bloody wall and it'll still stay intact. These are pretty hard and pretty tough. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Back to this one. I think it's definitely that pin there, the solder. It's probably not making a connection. The only way I can check is put the multimeter on there to see if it's like a closed circuit. an open circuit. Sorry, an open circuit. It should be closed. If it's open, it's not connected. It's oh gosh. So for 22, 20, yeah. Working. Which one is it? Oh gosh, this is only something minor. It's only to stabilize the light because it should be stationary. That light should stay stationary. The only time it blinks is when there isn't an actual format that's programmed on the card, and that's on a different card. There's other different cards that go in the processor, and they are connected up with either diodes, or you can use the dip switches to program. But at the moment, it's kind of indicating like there's no format programmed in the processor, and I know what formats are programmed into that processor. For example, Dolby Format 5, Format 10 wouldn't be programmed yet into it. But there's not a big deal between Format 10 and, say, any of the other formats like Format 40, 41, 42, and 43. And there's not much big deal there. So it's I think it's this one. Okay, it could be that IC there. It could be not that IC. It could be the soldering on that. Boy, maybe I should just plug them back in. Maybe it was a bit of hair that I had stuck on it. I don't think so. I don't think a hair is going to do that. You know, if it were a wire, yeah, sure, copper wire, but not hair. I mean, there's dust and hair floating all around the air in your home. Crying out loud. If you got a room or home that's built like a white room, a clean room, yeah, you can say adios, vacuum cleaner. You got a white room, like a clean room, you know. People that have a home like that are probably very few and far between. But I don't think, that's no carpet on the floor. Oh, no carpet? You mean it's going to sound reflective? Yeah. Well, maybe something to suck the dust out of the room. Other than that, there's dust always floating around the room. That's commonly why you see it a lot during the daytime when the sunlight beams in, and you can see all this dust floating around. Yeah, think about it. When you do your cooking and everything, yeah, all that dust is floating around. Yeah, but our immune system is, yeah. And that's why when we blow our nose a lot and such, because there's dust floating around. I'm going to look at this again and again and again. So how many pins up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th pin up. So let's just pop it there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll put the probe there. Bring it over here. Whoops. See. Attached to the meter. I've got a reading there, so that's closed circuit. That's a closed circuit. I know what I'm just going to randomly go through everything. Now I'm just checking this one. Not getting a reading there. Well, hang on. Now I am. Hang on. Unless I've got a dry joint, I'll just check it again. Unless I've got a dry joint. I'll try it again. Wait for the meter to settle. No, that's okay. I'll check this one. Gosh. Check this one there. That's the probe. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's okay. And the top side, that's upside there. Yeah. So around that wave there. So pin 1 will be over this side. Stay. Just, hang on, test that again. Just check. Okay, what about this one? What about this one? This. Yeah. Wait. Yes. Wait. Hold on. Yeah. Not too sure about that one there. Let's just get the soldering iron on it and just heat that solder up a little bit, melt it a little bit. Might have a little gap in it. I can see a little slight gap. I see a slight little gap in the. Not sure if that's causing the indicator to flash on and off. Wait for that to warm up. Just keep checking. This one here, I'm a little bit curious because the circuit track looks like it got lifted a little bit, but only the little bit where the copper and the where the connector goes through, and then you got the circuit track. I might as well just show you. It's very awkward to see it that way, so I'll use the magnifying glass. Let's see if that works, if I can get angle. We move it over. That's very awkward. I've got to move it this way, but it's you get the idea of what I'm trying to talk about, I think. So they're little holes, and you get a little bit of ring kind of where the solder connects onto and then holds onto the component, and then you get the little circuit track, and then that networks to eventually to these pins. where it's connected into the processor, and at the moment it's just flashing like it's like I've got no format. When I know the formats are working, but the indicator for the format is not it's open. It's showing an open circuit because actually the if no format's actually programmed into the process, it would be in a sense an open circuit because they're not connected yet to anything. They're not being programmed in. I think, you know, I did fine. I did okay. You know, looking back at this, you know, this should have took me less than 7 hours to do. I don't intend this video to go 7 hours. I don't want a repeat of those few days past. That soldering iron's warmed up now, so let me just check which pin again. I'm also checking to see if I've got any solder that's possibly bridging between one, you know, so if there are two circuits there, if I've got a bit of solder that's stuck between, then it's going to short. So I'm just checking to see if there's none of that. Because the soldering went pretty fast. Yeah, it looks okay, apart from just a few of those little bits where kind of been kind of questionable about that one there. A bit questionable about that pin there, but unless I've got the schematic diagram for this, you know, and where the integrated circuit, the 8 Darlington array, and where those pins are going to in this circuit for this Dolby Cat card, where they connect to in the processor, or what role does it play in the part of the processor. Let's see. Let's see. I think I might solder that one. Just put the soldering iron very gently, and okay, that pin there. Just do it very gently. Not gonna do too much there because it is fragile because of the you know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th one down. So that up there. Oh, that back there. Let me do. Just put that away. Bear, you've been attacking quite viciously the kitchen rod. Yes. Yeah, don't blame magic. I know it's you. I got no proof, of course, but I know it's you. Because magic doesn't do that. Magic's been here a few years, and with magic and City, no. I know it's you, Bear. You're attacking quite viciously. I'll tell you, I'll give you an assignment. I'll give you an assignment there, right? There's this guy, yeah, Bear. He's orange, yeah. He's all orange. He likes playing golf, particularly on weekends, yeah. How about you go and mess up his golf game. Because orange guy, he was attacked. I was attacked quite viciously. Why didn't you go and attack him and his bloody golf game? Ugh. Stop ravaging the kitchen roll. I forget which bloody one it was now. Bloody hell, I'm getting dementia. Where is it? Oh gosh. This one? 1, 2, 3, 4. No. It's 5. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's this one here. Okay, that one there. God. Okay. Just heat it a little bit. The solder will melt, and then it will melt. Go back and 2, 3. Where is it? What's this side? What was it? This side. 1, 2, 3, 4. That one. Maybe just get a little. Maybe just. Let's see. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you are. Oh, I've got a nice blotch there. I hope that does it. I hope. Let me just check any other pin, just see. Otherwise, I wouldn't be getting decent sound passing through again, and if this was not soldered right. All right, well, it's a bit dry now, isn't it? It's okay. That's a bit of sponge, like SpongeBob. Lives in the ocean. Listens to Hawaiian music. Ooh la, ooh la. Yeah, I like to go to Hawaii. Thinking about now, great, yeah. But this pandemic is still about. But Orange Man is not leading anymore. Yeah, you got someone, someone there that's got his, thinking. I might still think about wanting to take a little holiday to Hawaii. I want to go to Hawaii, see the green pastures, the mountains, and the volcanoes. Just like to go to Hawaii for a week. Just like to go to Hawaii for a week. And take lots of picture and video, and bring back a little bit of sand. I suppose every time everybody does that, there won't be much sand left. Bring back a little momentum. I like to go to Hawaii. But then, you always got pictures to look at. Hawaiian music, hula, hula. Make you feel like SpongeBob. Make you feel like SquarePants SpongeBob, it would. Just double checking, double checking. And then once I've double checked, I'll check again. you know, I would say there's good solder on those, you know, good soldering on the pins. I don't know why I'm looking at the other ones. They're not applicable, but you never know, something might occur. I guess those two pins there, the way they're soldered, I guess they must be some sort of ground circuit as such. Just saw a little hair there. Okay, that's the other one. It's number 2. Sure if it's anything to do with this flux. I can see a bit of flux on here. See a bit of flux there. Obviously, there's nothing to do with a flux capacitor because that's fictitious fantasy in a movie. I can see a bit of flux here and such. Not sure if that could be doing anything. I don't think so. So all the pins are soldered. Apart from sort of what I can recall, a little bit of circuit track almost lifted, and I thought, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to do bridge a wire from one pin to the next pin. I think my eyes are getting sleepy. Oh. Just get these clean. Oh gosh. I know what you're thinking, Magic. Oh, I like the way you're right there, Madge. You cuddled. Cuddled. Maggie. Do you want some yogurt? Want some yogurt? Have a little bit of yogurt, yeah. Would you like some? Ambrosia. So I didn't know whether I want to put some ambrosia on there, and I can have my ambrosia on the circuit board. I mean, it's a Dolby Cat, you know, a Dolby Cat. Yeah, Dolby Cat. Meow, meow. It's a Dolby Cat. And Sooty, he was a Dolby Cat. He was a Dolby Cat. I'd let him loose on the processor and such and get his paws inside. You know, ain't nothing he could do wrong. But he can certainly calibrate it really well with the Dolby Cat 64. The Cat 64. Why did I get the spoon out? Oh yeah, because there's no spoon. There is no spoon. Got that there. I need to wash it. Anyway, I soldered that that you know, that little other thing. So I figure just look at it again. It's number 2. Yeah, I call it number 2. And the other one number 1 because when the fault happened, this would have been in a different slot, and you know, even though the cards are both the same, it's how the rest of the circuitry networks around the process, and then it passes through the logic or the bus driver, you know, because they're CN cat number or such 154 bus driver logic switching card. Meow, meow. One more looking for the can opener. Some ambrosia magic. Bear. Some ambrosia. Devon. Oh gosh, got to do the cat there. Come on, Bear. Meow. Bear. Oops. Okay. Meow. 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 Oh, the sofa is pretty pricey these days. And yeah, you guys do it with the cat litter, don't you? Hey? Hey? Meow. A Dolby Cat. A Dolby Cat. It's a Dolby Cat. Meow. Want some ambrosia? Never know how they do it. Slow processing at these things. Meow. There we go. Meow. Meow. Creamy. Sooty light cream, didn't he? Sooty light creamy, didn't he, Magic? Well, lick that. There he goes. Devon knows how he does it. Oh, lovely treat. Lovely treat. Lovely treat. Yeah, lovely treat. Lovely treat. Lovely treat. Okay, you want some? Come there, Magic. Come at you. Oh, look at that. Come at you. There you go. Devin knows how to do it. Devin knows. So I'll plug that card and see if that fixed it or whatever. If it's still the same, maybe the wire's not fully, it's not fully connecting because of the circuit track. So I'll have to bridge a wire. What a dog's dinner. Otherwise, what would it take to make one of these? What would it take? What would it take? Oh, he's back again. Hey, Oscar. Hey, Oscar. Hey, Oscar. I think you really need to work on your vocabulary, Oscar, because, your comment ain't going to be, So guess what, Oscar? You lose. So, yeah. Oscar. Oh, you see, you do it again, Oscar. But you see, I can see it, Oscar. No one else can see it. Did you check that? So, Oscar. Bye-bye, Oscar. Well, I can say you tried, Oscar, but is it because you're a Star Wars fan, Oscar? Maybe a Blu-ray fan? Yeah, maybe a Blu-ray fan. I can't help it, Oscar, if you've been brainwashed. I can't help you there, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. I like to help you. Oscar, believe me. But if you think Blu-ray is 4K is the creme de la creme, then that's your opinion. If you want to believe in that, but yeah, you see the ones and zeros and all that thing on the 4K, it's all there, all the specifications, all there, Oscar. But it's the film studios, Oscar, that are messing it up, Oscar. And well, I will have a go at the film studios, Oscar. I mean, oh dear, bye, Oscar. I'll make sure you win an Oscar. All right, Oscar. Maybe Oscar, you should go to the Oscars, yeah, the Oscar. Yeah, I couldn't care less for the Oscars anymore. The Oscar, Oscar. I couldn't care less for the Oscars. I wonder what that's going to look like. This usually nominations go out in January, and the ceremony is in February. All wearing masks. How stupid does that look? But personally, I don't think they should even do the Oscars this year. Personally, I think the Oscars are a waste of time because unless you're on the AMPAS members board and you can vote, first you've got to get vetted before you can start voting as an Academy member. But otherwise, some films there, I think, just utterly don't deserve that award. But if it was the public, because hey, at the end of the day, what do they make those films for? They make them for the public. So the public should have a say on it, should have a vote on it, But you can see where that would go. It would be like going on IMDb. And we all know what happened to IMDb at the end of the day a few years ago. They closed all the commenting down. And I think that was during the time when the Disney Mary Sue Star Wars rubbish movies were playing, and all the stupid comments. Oh yeah, of course I did a comment myself, I admit, because no one liked it. Nobody, I don't think, cared or even wanted those Star Wars Mary Sue films. We all knew where that was going. That's mostly wrong reason I think they closed the comments down on IMDb, because you get some ridiculous comments. Because really, it was a ridiculous sort of thing. The whole thing, Mary Sue. Where does she get her? She's got a lightsaber, and she. This looks like a lightsaber, doesn't it? Buttons there, and you. Yeah. We knew where all that crap was going. Mary Sue gets her force powers in a few hours, a few days. Yeah, right, sure. Poor Luke Skywalker was. It took him a good few years until he become fully Jedi, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, those Mary Sue films more or less took place in just a couple of days. If you think about it in the timeline, the span time, a couple of days. But the originals were like, way longer sort of thing. You know what I mean? It's like they got to rush it, to shoehorn it, and kill everybody off just to get their Mary Sue on a product placement sort of thing in a freaking toy shop with a bloody stupid football called a BB-8. Boy, oh boy, would I like to kick it. So I can't help it, Oscar, if you feel disgruntled, because I've done a few videos, and everyone else as well that doesn't like it. I can't help it. It's common sense. Anyone can see that. Is that Star Wars was cut and paste. Cheap. Cut and paste. Really. Oh. I would gladly share my rice pudding with you, Oscar. You don't have to come on there and say, hey, fuck you. Hey, I'm not really, you can keep saying that until you're blue in the face. And again, that's not even your real name, is it, Oscar? So what do I care? You got 0 videos, so why should I care, Oscar? Don't play with your 4K disc player and your stupid Dolby Atmos, all right? Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. If I thought Dolby Atmos was going to be the creme de la creme, yeah, I wouldn't still be wanting to listen to a Dolby Stereo Matrix mix. I know what the little con and little scam is there in the mixing. I know what's going on. And quite frankly, it wastes my listening time. And that's not even an opinion. It wastes my listening time. I thought it was going to bring something new and fresh to the table. Between Auro 3D, Dolby Atmos, and DDSX Pro, I think, waste of time, because they ain't a 3D sound format. Just because you've got speakers at this height level and then speakers up on the ceiling doesn't make it 3-dimension. There's nothing happening on the floor-based, actually on the floor. To really call it a Z-axis from floor to ceiling. That's a C. Not going from the side surrounds and then halfway up to the ceiling and then back. That's not a full Z axis. That's like cutting corners, you know? I swear, if any one of these manufacturers trying to develop a 3D sound format, if they came out with really a decent one, they'd be dangerous. But really, all three of those sound formats bore my listening time. They bore my ears. You've got to have speakers on the ceiling, speakers a little bit lower down, and then speakers on the floor. Because between all that, the speakers up there and the speakers down there, you can have a half pan sound as it's moving and then flows down, and you get a half center pan, and then it comes down fully, and then it can pan down a little bit more lower to the floor, and you'll get another half kind of pan until it's fully down on the floor. So you get spaceships in a vacuum making sound. So they go this way up there, and then they go downward, and then you go this way and that way, and so forth. And then you got, yeah, that sounds better. Not just the sound this like how, and then going up there and then back down. That's not 3D sound. God. Now, I've got a feeling if I plug that card back in, I think the indicator is still going to be flashing. So I'll have another look. So looking at it with a microscope like this is like that movie, The Andromeda Strain. Oh yeah, I'm getting a strain all right. Let's look at it at 1,000th magnification. I just haven't got that magnification there, so I'm a little bit skeptical about this one here. And turn it over this side, turn it back over this side. It's not about that one there. Anyway, as long as I don't plug that faulty Dolby SR card back in the processor, I'm not going to have a problem. Let's see that there. Ouch. So these solders, you could use that as a shaving your, what's it? So like, maybe I can comb my hair. Because they're like a little comb. Comb my hair. Oh dear. I'm just going to plug it back in, see if it flashes. So I only put a little, only soldered that up, warmed it up a little bit, and then I'll see if that does it or doesn't. It's like 2001: A Space Odyssey. I suggest we put the circuit back in line and let it fail. It would then be a simple matter to trace the fault. We'd only be out of communication for a short while. What do you think, Dave? I think we should deactivate him. Yeah, I think you're right. I think we should deactivate him. Yeah, well, maybe. Whoa, is that you, Magic, scooting? Okay. Let's see if it flashes. Probably go bang. One back in there. Okay. Yeah, it's still doing it. Yeah, it's still doing the flashing. Okay. I know the sound, the formats are okay. So I can change there and through there, and I can go over to Dolby format, Dolby tone. Some pink noise. I'll turn that on. So pink noise is generated through the SR cards, and the Dolby other tone is kind of that's generated through the Dolby A type card. Actually, I have swapped these the meter filter cards around, and they one seemed a little bit higher than the other, but still this level here, because it's playing Dolby tone, I don't know why that tone is a little bit high. That should be a little bit lower down. That should be several dB down. It's a little bit 2 dB high there. So it's still flashing. So it's obviously the solder joint where I left it, maybe a wire, and it's only connecting here for the preset format. So if I go to here, format 67, and press go, there won't be any sound. There's nothing programmed into that format. I know that. But that indicator would flash if there wasn't a format programmed. If there was a format that's programmed in the processor, like if I go format 66, it should be static and showing 66. It shouldn't flash on and off. It shouldn't be blinking. So I just got a wire on that bus card. Incidentally, hang on. Let's just turn that off. I'm just going to swap the card around. Won't do anything because they're both the same. They're both the same card. Let's just see what happens. Oh. Oh, right. It's stable. Huh. I've got sound output still. Oh, I've still got output through all my channels. LCR, and surround. No SW because that's generated. That would be generated on the Dolby A card, and that tone won't be this tone that you hear. That's around about 800, around about around somewhere just around about 900 hertz, or reference tone level. Because when the cards went faulty, and I took the cards out and I placed them back in the same order, and then I put a bit of masking tape on them to say this one is number one, and this goes in. And I put another bit of masking tape on the processor saying this card will go back in here. And that's after I discovered how to get out of the Dolby tone, because I was still locked in Dolby tone. So if I went to format 68 or format 40 on down this end, I was still getting Dolby tone passing through, because that was the last. Oh, okay, maybe I haven't got a fault. Maybe it's something to do with the way those cards are. Or could it be something to do with the resistors? But the resistors all look like they got the same color value, because the resistors have got a color band, and they all look like the same value. Maybe I should check those, check them again, just double check. Maybe that's the correct sequence, and such. And so if I go to a format on here, I'll purposely put the camera down here a little bit lower, and I'll show you. Let's put a format in. So I'll go up here. I'll put a format 45, and it will start blinking. So I press there and then press go. That indicates to me, yeah, that format has not yet been programmed into the cinema processor, and that has to be done. I open the control unit. I haven't got my torch, so it's very dark. The format programming for the formats are on these cards up here, not these ones down here, because they're the logic bus switching driver card. The rest of these other cards are for magnetic, 4-track mag, 6-track mag, optical soundtrack, non-sync, and you can program the card with a diode. A diode has got to be soldered in, or you can use as the dip switch. And I also believe you've got to do a little bit of extra wiring on the processor on the back panel. So this processor came out of a cinema came from a cinema that never had format 05 programmed into it. So, oh, my cat Bear's coming in here with a bit of something he found. He's bringing me a gift. So I'll just put that format back to format. Even if I go format 44, go to format 43, yeah, stable. So I've got no sound passing through at the moment. So unless I press play up there, turn on the AVR. And I've got a network output zone number 2. It's not even on the OLED, because they switch off automatically. What are you kitties thinking and plotting? Kittens and whiskers and mittens. Whiskers and kittens on the snowflakes on my nose. Da 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 da. Few of my things I like when the bee stings. Da 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 da. Yeah. Zone 2. Oh, I've got to switch to that player mode. What disc is in the movie? Oh, Brainstorm's playing. Bit of Star Trek. Why is the sound muffled? I've only got stage left and right. Okay, I've got to go to. Oh yeah, got to go to format down here. That one. Where's the sound muffled? Oh, that was stage left. Oh, there. Here we go. Unmute those. the surround on. Turn the fader up. Oh yeah, look at that raw power. Oh yeah. Look at them. Look at them. Mr. Scotty. Mr. Scotty. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, the power. Whoa, Captain Kirk. Whoa. Whoa, Jimmy. That's okay. Turn the fader down. That's all right. Not a problem. But the Cat cards there, they're called Cat 154, so they're identical. The integrated circuits that go on it are identical. Unless there was something there that was eluding me. No, I'll leave it. Leave it. It's working. I'm not getting a problem here. Not indicating a problem. Turn the fader up.
Well, however it's pronounced, Mr. Spock, it's the Vulcan ritual that's supposed to purge all remaining emotions. The Colonel is also a discipline you work with.
Look at that level.
To join us.
Look at that level.
Will you please?
I'll turn the Dolby CP200 fader down because the CP200 passes through auxiliary number 2. And that's going on the AVR. It's only going through stereo left and right at the moment because I don't use Dolby DSU.
I believe they emanate from the intruder.
Go back to.
I believe it may hold my answers. Wow, isn't it lucky for you?
Between switching stereo there and over to Dolby stereo, it's almost indistinguishable. Because I wouldn't hear of I wouldn't hear of it here if I had to switch sound format and demonstrate. I wouldn't hear of it. Actually, there should be very little differences. You should notice notice particularly over LCR with stereo between going from matrix over to digital discrete. The only difference you would know is the surrounds, but that depends on what content or sound mix is playing at the time. If it's like a rain sound effect and you got a damaged digital print, you can a trained listener or anyone that would know the difference between Dolby SRD and Dolby SR, because usually, depending on the cinema, if you got damaged print, it was revert to analog, and then when the damaged area on the film print has gone past, it then switch over back to digital. But if it's doing it like on and off, on and off, on and off, like I have heard in the cinema in one film, it was interesting. It didn't bother me because I thought, wow, that processor is doing what it's designed to do, and it's doing it pretty well. And you don't have many seconds of interruption and pause in the sound. It literally switching. And that was a movie playing, I think it was LA Confidential, down at the local here in ABC Screen 1, I think it was. And it was a scene where it was raining in the movie. And I could hear the difference between the surrounds and the split stereo surround and the frequency response. I could actually simulate that kind of thing by if I were to play that movie and then switch sound format, go from auxiliary number 1 over to auxiliary number 2, and keep doing that with the surround. And yeah, it's amazing. I can remember that. I think out of probably maybe 500 people or so or whatever were in that auditorium years ago, I doubt one of them in this entire town would even remember that. Probably didn't even know it was playing in Dolby Digital. But actually, it was not switching to SR. It would have been switching to A-type, because I think the cinema had the same CP200, and I think they might have had A-type card in the processor. They might have had SR. But I don't think I've seen what they had in projection in room before, and they never had any of the SRA5s in the. They would have had at the time Dolby DA20, a Dolby DA20 for Dolby digital sound, and a CP200. Not even sure if they had an SRA5 even for optical soundtrack. I think the only screen that had Dolby SR there, or Dolby A and SR, was screen number 2, but that only played optical soundtrack. I think the last movie I saw down at the ABC in Dolby SR was Heat in screen number 2. I mean, I saw it many times in screen number 1 in Dolby stereo. It sounded good in screen 1. Screen 2, I never liked screen 2 because it's very awkward. The auditorium is kind of very awkward. So I don't have to do that. Thank goodness I turned that soldering iron off, did I? Bloody hell. Maybe I'll take that card out again and I'll look at it again. Take a closer look at the resistors. But to me, they look all like the same color band. They all got the same color band. So they'd roughly have the same resistance value for each one of them. But I don't know. Problem solved. Next thing I think I'll do is take the Dolby 109 meter filter cards out and replace the bulbs with LED, which I've got. Got some LED. I don't know where I'll put them. They might be in there. I've got to sort through. I've got a packet of LEDs, very, very small LED. And get the meters illuminated again, because I like watching meters. I just like watching that vintage Dolby stereo process sort of thing. Something you don't see in a lot of home cinemas. Everyone's got these flagship Denons and Trinovs, and they think it's all the bells and whistle and the kitchen sink, and it can't even do proper Dolby stereo matrix. Bloody hell. Can you believe that? See, you don't get the proper, like, the Hass effects and such, what have you, with the, bloody hell, I'm going to have to get a new phone soon. My cat Bear had a real go at this. So much for this bloody Gorilla Glass. Bloody hell. It's okay. Yeah, you take the card out, take the wasset and put it in another, I probably want the exact, well, they probably haven't got this model anymore. They might do. Don't see any point getting another model that's, because all you do is talk here, listen here, and that is it. That's its function. Talk here, listen here. Oh, so that's what I've been doing wrong all these years. Oh, 007. What is it? Tomorrow Never Dies. This is your new phone for your car. Talk here, listen here. Just checking everything. Take those off. Let's put that level back up. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh. Something about Mary. Something about Dolby Stereo MP Matrix. Wow. So about that. Oh dear. What else? What else? Oh my god. I knew it. I knew this was going to happen. That's Bear. He's really really having a go at everything. Hey, you're okay, Magic. You're okay. We got to watch Magic. Bear, Magic. We got to watch Bear. We got to watch him. Okay. We got to watch over him because he's very excited and yeah. Yeah. I think if he did a test with these things and kind of dropped it from a height, I don't know why, but I think dropping it from a height of like off a building onto concrete is pretty stupid, really. Because how many people really drop their phone from that height? Average height is usually maybe this height, standing up, and the distance it's probably about 30 inches, well, 1 meter roughly, about 1 meter down to the ground. And it depends on where it lands that way, lands on its side. An impact like that, to the electronics inside or to the circuit board or whatever else, it's a frequency, a shock frequency and such, and it's not going to do won't do any favors. Yeah, I'm surprised in the paws of my cat Bear. I mean, yeah, this gorilla grass. Yeah, you can see a little bit there. Oh dear. It's okay. No point crying over spilt milk on that. And they always get smudges. And what are you going to do? Wear mittens like Bernie Sanders so you don't get fingerprint all over the bloody thing? Otherwise, there's smudges all over it. And then you wipe it. Guess what? You start handling it again. You put more Good. Let the smudges flow through you. Oh dear. Yeah. Matchy. Match. Oh, I think Bear's coming. Oh, here he comes. Whoa. Look. It's Captain Kirk. So he liked Captain Kirk. He liked Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock. There it is. Get it, Bear. Get it. Come on, sweetie. Come on, sweetie. Come on, sweetie. No? No? What about magic? Yeah. Ooh. 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 Wants to play. Give you a little pet in there, huh? There you go. Oh, yeah. A little rub there. A little rub. Whoa, whoa. You're vicious. You're getting vicious, Bear. You're getting vicious. You're very vicious. Oh, gosh. Oh, hold on. Bear. Hey. Who hissed? Who hissed? Was that you? Was that you, Magic? Bear, come on, stop winding Magic up. Come on, play with the play. Come on, play. Meow, meow. You seem fascinated by it's a tape measure, Bear. Tape measure. Tape measure. It's to measure. It's for measuring the length of a piece of wood or the length of a room or how high you are. Or shall I measure you, Bear? I'll measure you from the tip of your tail to your nose. Yeah? I'll measure you, Bear, and see how big you're getting. See? Oh, you want to play with it. Oh. Okay. It's enough play, otherwise this tape measure ain't going to last. Now I'll have to buy another one. It's enough play. There we go, some special effects. How about that? You don't get much of this in a video these days. You know, get free bonus special effects. Oh yeah, I moved my infrared emitter. I was looking for a spare infrared emitter, which I placed on the projector last night because trying to point this over back there and the angle to reach the infrared on the projector is very awkward. So I just stuck a little bit of sellotape on it and put the IR emitter and stuck it on. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Otherwise, it's a bit awkward. All I have to do is just do that, point it over. As long as there's no obstacle in the way to disrupt the infrared beam. Otherwise, sometimes it should just could reflect off that screen and then be picked up on the because that would be reflective. If I aimed it anywhere else, it's absorbed with absorbent material, and the beam wouldn't reflect very well or be received by the emitter. Yum, yum, yum. Yeah, see, more special effects. More special effects. Look at that. Brilliant. It's also good to check if your remote control's still working. I think the battery actually on this one's getting a bit flat now. I think the battery's gradually getting flat on that one. Oh, that's okay. That's interesting on this LG one. Oh, that's interesting. There's another beam of light there, red, I can see. Oh no, that's on that there, and it's the light inside the plastic, but that only kind of blinks once, whereas the others are kind of like going on and off, or 0101 or 101010 sort of sequence. So almost like Morse code. Brilliant, wonderful. Oh, what's up with this? I don't know why that light keeps blinking like that. It's stopped now. Let's tap it around and it's doing it again. Don't know why it's doing that. It's a malfunction in this remote, or because I can't get my little what's it. I've got to press a sequence of buttons on here simultaneous, and then it say, yeah, the magic remote is now enable. Sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. Then again, I don't use the magic remote. Other than that, my cat Sooty used to chase it around, and Magic himself would see this little red thing moving around on the screen and start trying to catch it or such with their paws. I think this, how does this back part come off? I think you push down and, oh, there we go. Oh yeah, it might explain. I don't know. I've got some other batteries, but if you haven't got a battery that fits, because it's worn down, the battery's flat, and you got other batteries that are different size, can always put other batteries in with a little bit of tin foil. No, it's got nothing to do with the because there'll be a voltage, a connection. See, otherwise I could use a lot of those. Don't know what the point would be, but could use another type of battery as long as you got little wires connecting to the pin to the inside the remote. Yeah, I could use those little watch batteries. Just get enough of them, and then the voltage. Why would I want to do that? That's just it's when you got a situation, you think, gosh, you've got no batteries. Well, you got voltage, and you got might have other problems like this. This only needs 3 volt, and we got a 9 volt battery. Yeah. You're gonna need to put a resistor, attach a resistor or of such to lower the voltage. Otherwise, it'll go kaboom. Oh, so, how long am I doing this video? 1 hour 28 minutes. Oh my goodness me. Bear, will you stop fucking the carpet up? Come on, please, Bear, stop fucking the carpet up. Bear, stop it. Psst. Come here. I've got a tape measure. Yeah, that gets you out, doesn't it? Like a spider to the fly. Oh, look at those acrobatics. My goodness. Yeah, you're getting very acrobatic, aren't you? Yeah, have a scratch. Have a scratch. Have a Kit Kat. Whoa. I'll tap my slipper. I know you want to. Oh, yes, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're a good boy. Your name is Bear. Your name is Bear. Grizzly, busy bear. Izzy Wizzy, let's get busy, Bear. Yeah, Bear is cooking something. It's smelly. Ooh, Izzy Wizzy. Let's get busy. Izzy Wizzy. Let's get busy. Meow. Meow. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, that's a good one, Bear. Oh, that's very good, Bear. Oh, yes. Woo wee. Woo wee. Oh, good. Oh, you're very, very strong. Very strong. Should be like a Jedi cat. Eh? A Jedi cat. Oh, good ball, Bear. Good ball, good Bear. I think you are growing a little bit, but it's very slow. I think you have got a little bit, maybe a little larger since I've got you, Bear. It's only it'll soon be 2 months when I've had it. It'll be soon 2 months because this month is almost ended, and so we're coming up to February. It'll be 2 months I've had you. Well, you'll be 2 months. No, 2 months I've had you, and you'll be. Oh my goodness! Oh, that's a good leap. It will be 5, 6. It'll be 7 months since I've had you. Oh my goodness! Look, wow, he's jumping high. Here he goes. Oh my goodness! Oh my! That's enough. That's enough. Wow, you were really persevering and determined to grab that, weren't you? So that exhausted you? Mm-hmm. So that exhausted you? A little bit of play? A little bit of play? Right? Wow, he was jumping there. He was leaping. Wow. Uh-oh. Oh, it's magic. Oh, he's gone into his igloo. There should be a little sign there, Bear. Can you see it? It says "Don't disturb." Magic is sleeping. Okay, Magic's getting the cat nap. Oh, okay. What else to try and fix? Well, I can't fix the HDMI board. That thing is too fiddly. That's all surface mount. So I'm just going to have to wait until they got that revision HDMI 2.1 board due, maybe, well, they said due round this year, maybe the following year, because it's very complicated. But will it improve my lifestyle? I don't think so. I'll still be watching a lot of Laserdisc and such because I've just lost faith in 4K, even Blu-ray. I don't really buy much Blu-ray now because usually when you buy a 4K disc, it usually has a Blu-ray disc with it. Just like I think earlier days, you buy I think it was a Blu-ray and it would have a DVD with it. So it's a marketing way to get you to maybe buy the player for the format, but most people might have brought just the DVD because they didn't had no intent to, because they think it was absolute bullshit Blu-ray and 4K and all that. And yet the thing is, you can downscale a Blu-ray or a 4K down to 480, and it's going to look all, you know. It's like you get a key to open it, to unlock the high definition and such. The actual content sometimes is appalling. The color is appalling, and I still see a lot of this issue with the red color in these movies. Most modern or recent transfers that have been done last so many years ago, so many past years now. I'm seeing a lot of red colors in, and they don't look photorealistic. There's something they're doing in post, in the transfer, in the post sort of transfer. They're boosting certain levels up, and it doesn't look right. Doesn't look right because I could play it on the projector, I could play it on the OLED, I could stick it on something else, you know, and I'm still going to see the same thing. It looks like that Star Wars effect where they boosted the colors up too much. You see all the stormtroopers coming out through the door. They just blown the door up and they come rushing out. And just amongst all the white smoke that's floating around, you can see the the red light on the panel where they just blown the door out. And it looks really, the color looks so obnoxious. And yet you go to the Laserdisc and it looks normal. It doesn't look hyper colored. They haven't hypered it up or something. You know, I'm seeing a lot of this now, and it is beginning to be visually distracting. Why should I go into the OLED or projector and turn the red color down? Because that would kind of maybe make it a little bit, you know. But then I put something else in that looks a-okay, and then I've got to readjust it. But the whole thing is a mess. It's nothing standardized. Nothing internationally standardized there. It's a complete shamble. I mean, I like the colours on this. I like the colours on this. I mean, you know, the little light thing, this Android or carbon unit or whatever, you know, that little red beacon, little red light thing on the down there. I mean, I like the colour. I mean, sure, it's Laserdisc transfer to DVD-RW, but it looks okay. You know, I suppose if they did that in a 4K transfer, they'll probably botch the colour up. They probably won't take away the Madame Tussauds wax museum DNR digital noise reduction look on the bloody transfer. They'll probably still use it, trying to pass it off like it was filmed yesterday. And it's got nothing like photochemical realistic about it. It just looks yeah, I prefer this. Oh, not because it's a preference. It just looks better. despite it being 480p. Oh dear. What to fix, what to repair. Oh. Okay, so I'll end the video now here. So got that sorted. After eluding me a little bit and such. Yeah.
Within the alien probe.
The alien probe. So the next chapter. Oh, how about the next chapter? I like when I did the DVD-R recording on this Laserdisc transfer and how it placed chapters stops every so minutes apart, automatic chapter stops. I could, if I did this transfer thing again, I'll probably put in chapter stops, more similar-ish to the to the DVD release or Blu-ray release sort of thing, and maybe put in a few extra chapter stops where I believe they should I believe they should be. Yeah, I have to set up a short lead, which is coming in. So I'll take the main lead, which is coming in from the Laserdisc player, connecting onto the AVR, and then connect that over to the Pioneer DVD recorder, and then the other lead from that back over to the AVR, so it's recording, and then I'm monitoring at the same time, because it's all got to be recorded in real time. And the same with the audio leads. The audio leads patched in and brought back over to here. And just drop the disc in. Just put the Laserdisc in, make a note on the Laserdisc where I need to pause it. So I have to make a visual note as well as an audio note. Like the sound makes this sort of sound near to the just where it's going to be, as well as the time counter. And then I hit pause, turn the disc over, put the and then resume, and then finally put the last laser disc in, and then that should all come out as one continuous running time on a dual layer DVD, dual layer, because it'll be a dual layer recording, because this one is only a single layer. And I pushed the recording time on it to put 2 films on it. So that's kind of stretched out, and kind of the amount of information, data that I could put on the disc. So if I do it again, it'll probably come out nicer than this one. Not replacing it, but I'm surprised it still plays. After handling, and I'm surprised it still handles. It doesn't pixel or freeze up. I buy a 4K disc, brand new, whatever. Oh, what the heck's all this? Whoa, what's going on? piece of rubbish in the cat litter box. And I've got to buy it again. Bloody Hollywood Studios. It's asking questions.
Is this
all that I am? Is there nothing more?
Is there nothing more?
Is this all that I am? Is there nothing more? Is this all that I am? Is there nothing more? I think this is a brilliant movie. You know, brilliant. Voyagers. Voyager. But they call it Voyager 6. But only Voyager 1 and 2 were launched and no more. You'd think they would have continued that program by launching a few more, because they would have been sent out on a certain trajectory heading and then just keep going on out that way and such, and go around the few of the other planet our planets in our solar system, pick up a bit more speed. Where they're now still continuing to travel at, what's how fast is it? 35,000 miles an hour. I mean, that's pretty fast, but not light speed. And push, and so what if you go light speed? So what? You got to know what's in ahead of you, and you got to have fuel to decelerate. Otherwise, you're just going to keep on going at that speed. You got to have fuel to slow you down, because you're going that way, and push fuel out aft to slow you down. Otherwise, you'll just, yeah. And then when you fire more fuel then to pick up, you'll only be going at a certain speed. And then if you could find anything else, like a planet or such, to give a, and then go, and then to give a slingshot, pew, to push you a bit more faster. Yeah, that's a heck of a gamble. You know, that is a heck of a gamble, because you know, fuel is, once that fuel's depleted, that's it. You can't conjure it out of thin space. There's no warp drive. There's no dilithium crystals. You know, you'd only have that little bit of fuel left, and that, if that only pushes you just a little bit, then you'd be going at a slower, very slow speed. But other than that, Voyagers are going like, I think 35, 36, 7,000 miles an hour. And will continue until an unknown obstacle in space hits them, or they hit into something. We planet Earth will not know. There's only a few more years of power left they got on the space probes to send back information, which almost takes a full day now to get the information. Why send the information back? Even though, you know, while they're sending information, and information goes out at the speed of light, and they're still moving away at so many miles an hour, and then you're sending information back to them, and they're moving away. the more and more, and it takes days then for information to be, but that's neither here or there, because they won't have any receive. They wouldn't have anything left to receive a couple of more years, and the power is all used up. That's not bad. A little bit of kind of uranium or plutonium or such as what they used, and they turn that. Some of that is taken and transformed into electrical wattage power. Incredible. But I think they should have continued it and had a Voyager 3, a Voyager 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 going off in different directions, because it's like a spear, like what we think is an expanding universe that's moving at an incredible speed. And I don't know, what are we looking for? Are we looking for the answer for longer life, cures, medicines, to meet, well, other species intelligent? Yeah, we think we are so intelligent, and we only have to look back at our history to realize that and this is why Voyager's coming back to Earth in Star Trek the Motion Picture. It's and then not getting the answers. It's unleashing, because it fell into the machine's gravitational field, the machine planet or whatever, interpreted all the information from the probe literally, and packaged it into a space probe and such, that to send it back to a very big spaceship, to send it back to look for what created it, the creator. And that's like we, or some that are spiritual, religious, such, looking for, like to believe in that, for all we know, what created. What it is. Oh my goodness. It is such an adventurous sort of thing. What created this planet, as well as all the other planets, and how I know I can just see the word easily. I just find it very difficult to say the word life and all that, and how life, and that's just a word that we've invented, a word that we've thought up, and that's just I could go on myself thinking about it on and over and over and over and over. Ain't gonna get anywhere. The answer maybe on this planet, and maybe mostly out there. Depends on what direction you go. There's a lot of directions. There's a lot of space. It's like Star Trek 5, where they go looking for God. Yeah,
That is our destination.
I believe that is our destination. Forward motion slowing.
Forward motion slowing, Captain.
A region oxygen the gravity forming
I
outside
detected
the
oxygen
Enterprise.
gravity envelope forming outside the Enterprise.
Hmm. Boom.
Forward motion stop, Captain.
Oh, I like that. You just feel the Enterprise bumping into the you can just feel the Enterprise saucer bumping into it.
Forward motion stop, Captain.
Vija.
Sir, I've located the source of Vija's radio signal. It's directly ahead.
That transmitter is a vital link between Vija and its creator.
The carbon units will now provide Vija with the required information.
Spock? Bones? Mr. Decker. I will contact you every 5 minutes.
Captain. I'd like to go along.
Mr. Sulu, you have the call.
Wow. Wow. That is so cool. That is such a cool sound. That is such a cool. That is so cool. All the lightning, and then you get it appears to like circle around, but it's the Hass effect. The Hass effect. It's so cool. So cool. I think the way and how they mixed this for 79, for 1979, wow, it still holds up. It doesn't sound dated. Look at the size of that Voyager. The size of it. I mean, that would barely fit in this room, that Voyager probe. It would barely fit in this room. Look at the size of the blooming thing. Look at the size of that. Symbolising the way standing there, just because the man and woman figure on the gold disc. V-G-R. Voyager.
Feature.
Voyager. Voyager.
Voyager. Voyager. Voyager 6. NASA. National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Jim. This was launched more than 300 years ago. Voyager series. Designed to collect data and transmit it back to Earth.
Wow. Like the way those sounds are, that sound editing and sound mixing. Some of the sound there's a sort of across the screen channel kind of up and sort of downward sound sort of thing, and some of those, where Voyager's kind of I don't know, maybe excited because it's listening.
Voyager 6.
It's listening to them.
What they used to call a black hole.
It's like it got excited.
Must have emerged on the far side of the galaxy.
Oh, split lens diopter.
And fell into the machine's planet's gravitational.
Split lens diopter. Yay.
One of their own kind.
Forward ground focus and background focus.
They discovered a simple 20th century program.
I like that lens. I like that lens.
Learn all that is learnable.
Return that information.
Return that information to its creator. Precisely, Mr. Decker. The machines interpret it literally. They built this entire vessel so that Voyager could actually fulfill its programming.
That's a lot of terabyte. Blimey. Terabyte of terabyte of terabyte. That is a tremendous amount. My goodness.
It became a living thing.
Wow.
Craft unit. Feature awaits the information.
Enterprise. Order up the ship's computer library records on the late 20th century NASA probe Voyager 6. Specifically, we want the old NASA code signal that instructs the probe to transmit its data. Faster, Laura, faster.
Aye, sir.
That's what it's been signaling. Its readiness to transmit its information. And there's no one on Earth who could recognize the old signal and send a response. The creator does not answer.
Exactly. Everyone involved in that program are no longer. Incredible. Wow, that was cool. Wow. That's cool bit of mixing, matrix mixing and such.
Feature. We are the creator.
That is not logical. Carbon units are not true life forms.
We will prove it. We will make it possible for you to complete your programming. Only the creator could accomplish that. Enterprise.
We have just received the response code, Captain.
Set the Enterprise transmitter on appropriate frequency and transmit the code now.
Transmitting.
504 329 317 510. And the final sequence. That should trigger Voyager's transmitter. Voyager is not transmitting its data, Captain.
Oh dear.
The creator must join with feature.
Uhura, repeat the final sequence.
The creator must join with feature.
Voyager is not transmitting, Captain, because it did not receive the final sequence.
Jim, we're down to 10 minutes. Enterprise, stand by.
Wow.
The antenna leads have melted away.
Yes, Captain, just now. By Beecher itself,
Why?
to prevent reception.
Of course. To bring the creator here. To finish transmitting the code in person. To touch the creator. Capture God. Beecher's liable to be in for one hell of a disappointment.
Perhaps not, Doctor. Captain, Beecher must evolve. Its knowledge has reached the limits of this universe, and it must evolve. What it requires of its God, Doctor, is the answer to its question. Is there nothing more?
What more is there than the universe, Spock? Other dimensions, higher levels of being.
The existence of which cannot be proven logically. Therefore, Beecher is incapable of believing in them.
What Beecher needs in order to evolve is a human quality. Our capacity to leap beyond logic. And joining with its creator might accomplish that. You mean this machine must physically join with a human? Is that possible? Let's find out.
Wow. Oh, that's cool.
Let's. Machine wants to physically join with a human? Is that possible? Let's find out. Decker, I'm gonna key the final sequence through the ground test computer. Decker, you don't know what that'll do to you. Yes, I do, Doctor. Decker, don't. Jim, I want this.
Brilliant.
As much as you wanted the Enterprise, I want this.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Need all this just to watch a movie. Need all this just to watch a movie. Can't believe that. But then frequency dividing or frequency division crossovers and such. There's only so much that Danon can do. A Trinov can actually do active crossover, two-way and three-way. Wow. I wonder what the trade-off is, because that would have to be going through, I think, maybe the DV25 connectors. I don't think you could use the XLR outputs, because from looking at it, it doesn't look like enough there. So it's got to be done through the DB25 connector, and then you'd only output then so much through those pins, and then you're going to have a trade-off to how many actual channels you want to use. Other than that, how good's the crossover on it? The DSP crossover, and can the DSP crossover be adjusted like the DCX or any other DSP cross? Can you move the frequency crossover filter to a certain whatever needs to be for the speakers? And is that crossover on the Trinov? Is that crossover only across for the screen channel? Does it do crossover division for 2-way and 3-way for the surrounds, and the waste of space overhead surround when there should be below discrete surround as well? It's just looking at that, sort of like 30,000 just for that. 30 grand. 30 grand. Gotta look at how many. See, a DCX, 3 inputs, and then use a 2-way crossover. 1, 2, 3 for 3 channels, or use 2 channel in. You use 2 channels in, and then crossover for 3-way. 1. That'd be that. 3 channels used up there. 3 channels used up there. And yeah, that price range there is cheap. But it's like putting everything at the end of the day, it's like putting some of that and something else and putting it all under one bonnet. And yet it can't do proper Dolby stereo matrix. And a lot of it's a lot of micro processing sort of thing. So forgot how many. I've looked at what's it. It's got so many circuit boards that go into it, but not as much as that. Otherwise, think the Trinov, looking at the what it's all got under one bonnet. And it can't do Dolby A type or Dolby SR. I mean, you do get occasional some discs that do have some hiss on them. I'll have to go and get some of those Space 1999 episodes, or this episode, Space 1999. There's several of those that got some hiss because they're using the they assembled the 5.1 mix by going through the through the vault and looking at all the magnetic track because they're all recorded on magnetic track. And some of them have some hiss, as if they did put any thought process into putting some noise reduction on that, so you wouldn't hear the hiss. Yeah, some I can hear hiss. I could play those episodes now, but I can't remember which which episode. I could probably. I think it might have been one episode. It might be something to do where the moon sees something out in space that kind of coming towards it and kind of created an artificial atmosphere. Or was it where they see another planet and they go to it and the planet is only they only got maybe about 24 hours to evacuate Moonbase Alpha because of the acceleration speed and such, and they can only get so many Eagle to it, and otherwise they'd be out of range and sort of thing. It might be that episode where I was noticing a lot of hiss. I think it was in the surround channel. I could put that through now, and I've got my A-type SR cards. I'm using SR cards for the surround. I want to look for some more A-type cards because the SR is a bit of an overkill, but it's pretty good. But that would definitely, the hiss would be gone. So if someone heard that round here, and then they go back and play it in their home, they think, bloody hell, what's all this hiss I'm hearing? I didn't hear any hiss in his nothing other sort of noises or such. That's kind of like magnetic track sort of artifact sort of thing that I noticed. But I think maybe some hum. And that's where the noise reduction card usually is used for filtering hum and such. Wow, recorded in Dolby Stereo. I mean, that logo could mean several things. So it's not like they had several logos around at the time. For that. Try and get a nice pause on that. Wow, look at that. Wow. It's like I mean, that's a bit of interlacing there because I do get an interlace effect on this because it's recorded in I think it'll be 480i, not 480p. And that's better. Yeah, look at that. I mean, that can mean a few things like optical soundtrack or maybe 6-track discrete. Can mean two things, but obviously Dolby A-type because of the year until you get to about 1986 when they started using Dolby SR, which was for the music recording industry at the time. And then they applied it for use for cinema. RoboCop, Inner Space, and such. Star Trek 4: The Voyage Home. Some of the few earlier ones. And yet still some of the logo often still said maybe Dolby Stereo, and some other logos said Spring Dolby Stereo, and other logos said Spectral Recording Dolby Stereo SR, or SR for short for Spectral Recording. And even the Dolby Stereo SR logo could apply to maybe optical soundtrack or 6-track discrete. And you get the other logo, spectral recording, Dolby Digital, was it? Theatre verified sort of logo. It's strange sometimes, where they use the logo and they don't put a new logo in place when because the film's going out in several formats, but they don't do two different print versions, one with this logo and another one with another logo. I think Jurassic Park had two different logos, two different on the end credits. There were two different. I think there were two because I recall seeing that. Apart from having DTS on it as well, it was also released as Dolby Stereo SR. Brilliant. Douglas Drumble, John Dykstra, Richard Urachi. Look at these visual effects wizards. Flipping out. I don't know what it is, but I could play this movie over and over. I couldn't play any of that Star Trek Into Darkness over and over. I can only bear Star Trek Into Darkness, watch it once every maybe year or two. But I think even that's too much. My name is Khan. Yeah. Well, I don't think we'll see him popping up any in any future time. Thank goodness. Oh, I think Ricardo Montalban's character was obviously original. You know. Rebooting. Oh my goodness me. Wow. I should. Yeah. If I do this Star Trek again, if I do it again, I'm going to use the new kind of fan made THX one with the THX Shimron with the yeah. I mean, it's near close to what I kind of like remember hearing it. Of course, on YouTube, it's only it's not playing back 6-track, discrete. Did THX Shimron have was it format 42, format 43? I don't know. Did THX Shimron have split surround? Or was it mono surround? So LCR, mono surround sub bass, or was it format 43? Wow. Oh, who's passed around my ear? All round the surrounds. Wow. You're damn right the audience is listening. Lucasfilm Limited sound system. The audience is listening. Lucas Limited sound system. Yay. I think it's so cool just sticking it right on the. 'Cause that's how it should be. You know, that's how all these Blu-ray, whatever, if it's a THX, blah 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 one, Um, wow. Dong ding, dong ding. Oh, I like that. And then straight into the movie. Yeah, that's how it should be. That's how it should be. Of course, actually, you would see. Can't remember a BBFC. You would see then a BBFC um, on the screen, and then the film. But no, do it that way. That looks cool. The THX shimmer on, and then Star Trek motion. Wow, cool. With a Dolby one at the start, THX shimmer on, and then wow, cool. You don't get that presentation on TV. You don't get that on Sky TV on Netflix. I don't think Sky TV could do a presentation to save their life. Oh. Yeah, I might just do that again, and I'd have to, I have to get the transfer rip it, and put it onto the computer. But I have to get it so. Oh gosh, this is awkward. Oh, this is awkward. Because I don't really have the video editing tools to really do it. Like, oh, crikey, how am I going to do that? To get it, take one off YouTube and then transfer it onto. Could I get it? Because I know my DVD, I know my Pioneers have got a hard drive in it. I could put the entire movie and do the whole process, and then get it onto the hard drive, and then transfer that then over to the DVD, to the dual layer DVD RW, and then burn it on. Just for one movie. Oh, how many other ones am I going to do then? I'm just going to do this just one movie. Oh. Otherwise, there's a few others that I want to do a transfer, but oh dear, block nose. Oh, I can't believe how the nose is, it goes so narrow on the. So as you go up through your nose passage, it's kind of like that, and it kind of looks like this on the inside. It's very narrow, and sometimes back a little bit further, you get all the mucus glands building up, and then trying to blow that because the airway flow through you notice it's like, and you kind of like feel a bit lightheaded or such. You can't breathe. You can't inhale because you've got to mostly breathe in through your nose. Otherwise, if you do too much of that through your mouth, you dehydrate, and then you're drinking gallons of water. Oh dear. That's because of the dust in the room. Dust everywhere. Dust. There's dust everywhere. Everybody's got it in their home. It's floating around. I wonder what Mars is like. They must have a lot there if there is. You know, if you had a habitat on Mars. But I'm sure NASA and, you know, all the engineers, you know, they all figured all this out and thinking, you know, habitat's got to be like almost like a white room sort of thing, clean room, because you'd have to, if you land on Mars or whatever, you go through one hatch and then you got to go into a decontamination sort of thing, and then go through then the other hatch, because you got to go from the one out here and then through the airlock and go through all the process and such, just like what it shows in that film, The Martian. But that's a movie, not even there yet. Humankind has not even landed yet on Mars. So as to whether, you know, inside the habitat will be dust free, I don't know. I won't go there, nor will 99.909% of the rest of the population on this planet would go there. So everyone's going to be thinking, this is fake. Yeah, that's good CGI. This is better than The Martian. Oh, no, I've seen better in The Martian. Oh, The Martian was more exciting. This is boring. You know, that's how it's going to be, you know. You know, and the live streams and all that are going to be, about the same delay time as what you get on when they show the lunar rovers going around and showing the planes of the planet. Wow. Wow, I like that surround effect back here. Yeah. Sorry, I'll end the video. So maybe I'll try and mess around with the magnetic preamp. Try and get this up and running. I'll push the card in. Which card is it? That one there. Just push it in a little bit. It's not fully plugged in. I'll just make a connection there. But I've only got two magnetic cards. Only got two of them. They're very hard to find. They're very hard to find, these, but looking at them, crikey, if I had the parts and if I could do a crash course on how to make circuit boards, probably make something like that. I mean, you know, if I had, you know, do all the card, the etching, drill the holes that I'll put the circuit track and such, and the process that goes into, and then the components. The heaviest component on here are these, like a little transformer sort of thing. Those are the heaviest parts. I think that's like a relay there. Resistors, some IC circuits, and some other filtering here on here, and variable resistors and such. And there's also the impedance. So I tried passing the sound through it. I did only one channel, or all of them, I think, is just 1, 2, 3, 4. I can only get 4 channels here, so it's not enough. So I really need a third card to do 6 channels. I did pass it through, and then thought, oh my goodness, oh dear, that sounds awful because of the impedance. I was getting all sorts of hum coming through. It was an experimental sort of process to just push this card back in the card frame if I can get it in. There we go. I don't know why I push them in. Push that in a little bit. There's power going to it. You've got a switch there. A switch there. Usually the switch in the middle position will be on remote, I think. Let's have a look. No, it's got to be in the downward position when it's on remote. When it's in the middle position, it's on 70mm, 6-track. And when it's in the upward position, I think it's on 35mm. But you get sound, connections, audio, input, output, audio, input, connect them, blah, blah, blah. It's the same thing. I just want to use it for, for home use. Just for experimental use. I like how they do these processes back then with the red. And all the other cinema processors are like CP. What ones that have red? The CP50, the CP50, the CP100, the CP200, the CP55 had blue, a blue color. I'm not sure what the color means between blue and red. Maybe red is more better. It's like the Matrix, the blue pill and the red pill. Then you get the CP650, which has red. And then the CP500, which has red. The CP45, that has blue. The the Dolby Digital DA10, which was soon replaced by the DA20. They both had red. The Dolby Digital Surround EX decoder, that's a CP45. That has red on it, even though it came from a CP45 and it's got blue on it. I mean, it's really confusing. I mean, the choice of color. Oh, I like the way Bear's laying down now. Oh, look at him. Oh, yeah. You're intersex, cat, aren't you? Oh, yeah, you're sexy. See? Red. And CP55 up here. And it's got blue on it. And CP650, red. Interesting. Curious. Interesting. Interesting.